On today's show, Juan Duron attempts to play volleyball on today's one-on-one. Connor Fuxa takes a deeper look into a varsity baseball player and his preparations for this season. These stories and more coming up on this edition of HTN Daily. Good afternoon in Rock Nation, and thank you for tuning in to today's show. Today is Friday, March 5th, and whether you are in person or online, we have finally made it to not only the end of this week, but as well the end of the third 9 weeks. I'm not sure about y'all, but I cannot wait for the start of this year's spring break. Live from Studio 1060, I'm Bronwyn Liber. Wanting to combine student voices from Rock Hill and Prosper High School, the yearbook staff members are requesting for all students to participate in the 3 online surveys sent to their school emails from Mr. Toth. These surveys will be used to create a feature spread in the yearbook comparing students' opinions about campus rivalry between both high schools, stress management, along with any heartwarming experiences students have encountered this past year. A couple months ago, Rock Hill announced the start of their very own esports team. This week, a few students in the Rock Hill esports competed in an online NFL Madden tournament, and later this month, students will be having the chance to play in a Rocket League tournament as well. Contact Ms. Robeson for more information on esports. Governor Greg Abbott announced on Tuesday that he will soon lift the mask mandate. The school sent out a survey to staff and parents after Governor Greg Abbott announced the lift of the mask mandate to see what parents and staff wanted this March. After communicating with the TEA and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. Ferguson sent an email out yesterday stating, beginning March 15, 2021, Prosper ISD will no longer require face coverings in open-air ventilated spaces, such as recess, outdoor parties, extracurricular activities in outdoor spaces, and morning and afternoon car lines. With the exception of permitting this optional mask wearing outdoors, the district will continue to enforce all safety precautions and social distancing practices that have been implemented since the beginning of the school year. So to be clear, this means to keep your mask on while inside the campus. Earlier this morning, the first ever Rock Hill Teacher and Paraprofessional of the Year was announced. So with that, congratulations to our very own HTN teacher, Miss Raper, for receiving Teacher of the Year, as well as Miss McDonough, who was named Rock Hill's first paraprofessional in school history. That's all for today's news. Now I'm tossing it over to the desk for this edition of Season Pass.
Thank you, Bronwyn. Welcome back to another edition of Season Pass. I'm Juan Duron.
And I'm Connor Fuxa.
Now we have a lot to store for you for the show today, including a new one-on-one episode. But before you get to that, here are a couple of sports recaps. Varsity soccer lost a hard-fought game against McKinney North on Monday with the score of 1-0. Wednesday they played against Wiley East, who beat them earlier in the season 1-0. But the outcome was different this time, with Rock Hill getting the upper hand on them, winning 2-1. With three games remaining in the season, there's still plenty to look forward to for Rock Hill soccer.
Girls soccer played Wednesday against Denison. They came up with a big win, 6-1, with scoring all around. A big performance from freshman Kate Morgan, who notched in 2 goals in a big game. Wrestling had their first dual meet Wednesday against Plano. The boys pulled off the win 42-34, and the girls also won with a score of 30-18. It was also senior night for a lot of wrestlers. The 3 big performances last night came from JV Race DeWitt, varsity girls Brooke Weiserick, and varsity boys wrestler Xavier Rogers. They all earned the Hammer of the Night for their performances. They are back in action Saturday at Centennial.
Swim and dive had plenty of representation in the state, as we mentioned. Tuesday boys swim team did finish in 15th place. As for girls team, they competed Tuesday in the state championships. Bethany Sitz, Aaron Farlow, Kiara Zanos, and Cassidy Lazarin placed third in the 200-meter medley relay race. Both Cassidy Lazarin and Kiara Zanos pulled off one more top 10 finish, with Cassidy pulling off 10th in the 500-meter free, and Kiara Zanos bringing home another medal, claiming second in the 100-meter breaststroke. The Rock Hill girls team brought home multiple PRs, Prosper records, and even some medals. We also want to give a big shout out to the 14 swim and dive athletes that made it all the way to state in our swim team's first year.
With baseball season starting up, I took a closer look at an individual player that has had to step up this season.
From Prosper to Rock Hill, from bench to starter, Josh Livingston has had to change his game both mentally and physically to get ready for this season.
You know, I got benched last year. I had more of a I'm better than everybody else attitude, yet my actions didn't prove that. I didn't work very hard. I was kind of sluggish. I did a lot of talk, but I didn't walk the walk, I guess. So, when I got benched, it hurt. Worked my way back. Started the last day before COVID hit, and I went home, watched a bunch of videos like Kobe talking, Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, all these great athletes, and they kind of show you that you need to be confident and you need to outwork every single person in the world. And so starting from then, it set a fire in me when I got benched, and I was like, you know what, I'm never going to let that happen to me again.
Josh was determined to change his role for the next season. He worked to improve his mindset and his work ethic, which has helped shape him into a leader for this young team.
It's really no excuses, put your head down and get to work. It's really kind of took away from me like my attitude last year when I thought I was the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's more of don't talk about it, just do it. And that's more of what's been this year. It's get your head down, put your head down, get after it, and work as hard as you can, because at the end of the day, if you give it more effort than anybody else, you got a good chance.
His new mentality has paid off, earning him a spot in the starting lineup. Josh has also proven to not just be vital to this team's success on the field, but off the field as well.
I think he's got a lot to prove. Last year, he kind of figured he was going to be one of the dudes over there, and honestly got his spot taken and wasn't one of the starters. And when he came over here to Rock Hill, he came with that chip on his shoulder and has really worked hard to not just be a leader, but be one of the dudes over here.
Josh has not let this second chance on starting slip by him. Along with this team's blue-collar mentality, he is ready to put in the work. For HTN Season Pass, I'm Connor Fuxa.
Juan, I'm pretty sure you've seen the news about the Cowboys and Dak Prescott. The franchise tag deadline is coming up soon. What do you think the Cowboys are going to do?
I think they should definitely trade. I think they should trade for Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson has been able to prove himself. He's proven himself throughout his years in the NFL, and he's asking for a lot less.
Yeah, Dak Prescott is asking for Patrick Mahomes' money, which he is a top 10 quarterback in my opinion, but he's not as good as the likes of Russell Wilson, who is going to get paid less money.
All right, now bringing it down more locally, one-on-one seems to be a huge hit on the show, and I decided to give you guys one more before we all leave for spring break. So here's today's episode where I try one-on-one, where I attempt to play volleyball.
All right. So what I want you to do first, I need you to stand next to the net.
Okay.
Get your hands here, and I want you to jump up and grab this ball out of my hands. Get closer.
Oh, closer?
Like be at this line right there.
All right, word. You just want to jump up and grab it?
Now you're probably wondering, Juan, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Well, good question.
Okay, so right here, you just want to jump up and block it?
Yep, you see, so I'm going to hit right here. So I want you to line up right here on my shoulder. Perfect. You ready?
Hey, so you just want to jump up, just put my hands over?
Yep, you ready?
All right. Hey, let's go! Let's go, yeah.
You gotta go again.
Okay. Oh. This hurts. Oh, we're good.
Oh, yeah!
Did that count?
Yeah, that's what you want to do. All right, you ready to play some defense?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I'm so ready.
Okay, so now, I'm going to ball down.
Wait, do you want me to block it? You just want me do I have to do this?
Pass.
Oh, word. All right, I got that. Wait, what? Oh my God. Okay.
Are you ready for me to hit hard?
That wasn't hard? No, don't hit.
You ready?
Okay, yeah. Jesus. Okay. Ow. Okay.
After I learned the fundamentals, we moved on to playing some actual games.
Hey, we got this one. Watch. We got this one.
Go.
Oh, you got?
You got it. Up.
My bad, Jit.
Here, Mom, go.
That's in. No, it's not. That's not in.
Go. You got it.
That didn't look like it was going over. How'd that go over? No way that went over. Let me serve. I want to try serving. That one doesn't count. Oh, that wasn't. It was my serve. It was my serve. You see that? You see that? She hit that hard.
Here, Juan, go.
Big swing.
I want to go home.
Okay, now it's time to get serious.
Go, 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 go. Let's go.
I'm good.
Come on.
Never mind, enough of that. After my attempt at diving, I caught up with Coach M to see how I did.
You're hitting
It was like a 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
Yeah, I did tell you that before.
The hand-eye coordination, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't it.
Yeah. I will justify it. Right before we started, I said, yeah, my hand-eye coordination is terrible. And I think it showed.
Yeah, look at Blocking.
Blocking was really good. It was
Really?
Yeah, blocking
Really?
was pretty good. I mean, you got up there, you pressed, you had a couple.
You got him off the face a little
Yeah.
bit.
You took it
got
off
high?
the forehead.
Shoot, I did. And did they score off of it?
No.
Not
They
really,
didn't.
no.
So there you go.
Yeah, so you were like a wall up there.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna give you that.
So if you wanted me to play varsity and you told me, hey, block, would I be starting blocker?
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
So let's see, how do we put it nicely? We really appreciated you trying, but
The effort was there.
the effort was there.
The effort was there.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's talk about defense. Defense.
Defense was hit or miss.
Yeah, if we hit a ball right at you, man, you got that ball to target.
Okay.
If you had to open your eyes and look for it, the ball was not going to target.
Okay.
All right, but you know what you did great at?
What?
Leaving it all on the floor. Because in fact, I think there's some spots of skin and hair from you diving all over the floor and making sure you gave us all your effort. I mean,
Yeah.
you got the knee pads.
You got the knee pads? I got this.
Oh,
Yeah, I got that.
You are officially a volleyball player. If
Really?
you get floor burn,
I have one on my wrist.
floor burn makes you an official.
See, and I got the floorboard right where I had my other scar that I got like 2 years ago.
So it's perfect.
Yeah, so now I know. Every time I look at scars, you remind me of how I got it, and also the floorboard that I got playing volleyball.
Yeah, and that you're an official volleyball player, because look at this.
You got-
I mean,
you got
that's
them,
pretty nice.
I got the drip. Thank you.
Yeah, you did. All right, so we'll let you come out again. We'll challenge you a little more again.
Hey, I'll come back later.
Okay.
I promise I'll be a lot better. Now, I just want to give a quick shout out for Sydney for helping me out in my journey of learning volleyball. Now, that's all for today's show. For Season Pass, I'm Juan Duron.
I'm Fuxa. Mask up and rock on.